Hi.
That was a rock.
Hi, new camera.
I thought I was stepping on your foot.
It's Tim and Tammy time.
And today, I don't know where we're at.
We are at the Union Cemetery, okay?
And it's somewhere in Georgia.
Or also called the Ogletree Cemetery. And there's a historic marker over there that she's going to let you look at. It's an interesting story to this place that I think she'll like. She hasn't read it yet. Anyway, it's Tim and Tammy time. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and
we love y'all. This sign is old. Does it have a date on it? I hear the train, y'all. I always hear the train. I don't know if y'all will be able to see it or not. Dr. Hope Hull Tignor was born near Athens, Georgia on May 23, 1792, and became a physician and state legislator prior to moving his family to Meriwether County. In 1833, a frame house with green blinds was built across the road from the present Union Cemetery between Durand and Stovall. The house, which is no longer standing, was called the White House by stage passengers for many years. When Dr. Tignor died in 1837 at the age of 45, he was the first to be buried on a knoll across from his home, which later became the Union Tignor Ogletree Cemetery. The story has been told that before his death, Dr. Tignor requested his friend, Reverend Philemon, or Philemon, depending on how you want to say it, Ogletree, a Methodist minister, to look after his wife. Reverend Ogletree took the request seriously, and while walking the widow Tignor back to the house after the funeral, told her of the promise he had made. Marrying her was the best way he knew how to take care of her. So after an appropriate time of mourning, the Reverend Ogletree and the widow Tignor were married. They had one child, James Fletcher. The Reverend Philemon Ogletree died in 1861 following his wife's death in 1857. Both are buried in Union Cemetery. In 1896, James Fletcher Ogletree deeded the knoll of land where Dr. Tignor, Reverend Ogletree, and Eliza Tignor Ogletree are buried in the Union Cemetery Association. For many years, the cemetery created by that deed was known as the Union Ogletree Tignor Cemetery. Over the years, many descendants of the Tignor and Ogletree families, as well as members of other families living in the area, were buried here. The Union Cemetery is currently administered by the Union Cemetery Foundation as a nonprofit organization. And you know, sometimes they have a little date down here, but this one doesn't. That is hollow. Okay. Oh, I'm sure it is. It's not one of those that's hard to get into.
oh yes, gotta squeak.
Just gotta love that squeak, don't you? Can you put it back together, or do I need to? Yeah, there's a lot of stone benches around trees to sit on out here. I hadn't ever really seen that a whole lot. There's 2 at this tree and 4 at another tree outside. Well, all right then.
What was their last name?
Tignor's. Well, there's a lot of, yeah. It's Reverend Philemon. 1902, 1906, 1912. A couple of babies up there. Well, that's a 4-year-old. George Kidd. So George Kidd was born in 1909 and died in 1913. Y'all, there's a hole right there. I just stepped into it. And this was just an infant daughter. It's 18. I think that's 18. Okay, that's 1867. That is Jimmy Williams. That one died in 1900, and that's B. Williams. This one died in 1872, 13 years old. I think the birth date was 1859. And this was Ada, Virginia. We saw this cemetery. Thought we'd stop and get out and look around. Y'all know, love to walk through a cemetery. There's a big old barn over there. This is Myrick Clements, 1884 to 1934. The steps of a good man are ordered all by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. This is Clements Esther Burns. To thine own self be true. Died 1938. This is a strange looking one. Oh, okay. These are the children of Esther Burns and Myrick Clements. Infant on the left side is an infant born June 1930, and then David Myrick, David lived 12 days, 1913. This fence, across the front, it's a wrought iron gate. Well, it's wrought iron, I guess I should say. And then it has, looks like concrete post. And there's no fence down here on this side. It's just the concrete post. This is William Crowder. And it says he died in, y'all, I want to say it says 1812. That's what it looks like to me. But how could that be? Y'all, does that say 18 or 19? It looks like an 18 to me. Maybe that was no, it says died. 1812. Okay, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right.
Remember the first name.
This one right here doesn't have any markers. And then the markers down here, that's the soldier. But this is a marker right here. That's a headstone right there. That means somebody's buried here that we really have no clue about. But this right here is Miles Frederick Freeman, Florida. CBM USNR, World War II, May of 1973. This right here looks strange to me. That's a baby. It was a year old, but look at here. It's got a little slab of concrete down here that seems to have nothing to do. It's not attached to the grave. Oh my goodness. Okay, see that slab of concrete right there? Goes all the way down there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 graves. This was 1818 to 1819. It was a little girl named Carrie. Are these all going to be children? 1856 to 1856. This one's named Philemon. Now this one looks like 1813 to 1857. And it's Mary. And I think the last name is Lignor, Lignor. And this is Elizabeth. It's 1857 to 1858. We're back to babies. Little ones. 1859 to 1860, and that's William.
These are all Tignors right here.
They are, and they're basically babies and children. There's one that was an adult over there in the middle of them. This is Lewis, 1874 to 1876. I can't really read them very good. This is an 18-something to 1882. And I don't think I can see this one at all. Look at how close all these graves are together right here, y'all. Those 6 are just right up next to one another. These are hunts. Those hunts up there are buried awfully close to these Gillespies right here.
Those are early. Those are all recent.
Yeah.
That's the most recent one right
Yep. Robert Sibley, Ogletree, December 10th, 1949, January 1st, 2021.
there. There's couples right here. I'm not real sure where this couple would be at then.
These 2 couples.
Yeah. I'm not sure where they're at. They're in here somewhere. And we just not recognizing the name probably.
I only saw one Philemon, and he didn't have the. He was too. It was too near a date.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you wonder where the uncle bed's at. Oh, that was awful, wasn't it? That was just awful. Maybe that's the uncle bed over there.
That sounds like something I would say.
I know.
Okay?
I know. That's why it's so dang awful. I know better. I didn't look at these raised ones over here. Let me go look at them. I looked at everything else in here, y'all. I think. Yep, here we go. Philemon Ogletree.
This is it. Okay.
This is the preacher who did the wonderful thing. He was promised to take care of that man's wife. Guess what he did? He married her.
I bet this is,
And this is his wife.
is it Eliza?
I'm assuming it's Eliza. Well, this has been our adventure at Union Cemetery, somewhere in Georgia. I don't know exactly where we're at. Come closer.
I think we're in Troup County, I think. Either Meriwether or Troup. I'm not exactly sure where the line is.
Please like, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and
We love y'all.